Awesome.
All right.
Let's roll.
Ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Welcome, Suzanne.
Welcome.
Thank you.
To
Thank you.
Probably the most informal podcast you may ever do.
Yeah.
I think this would be, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
I love informal podcasts.
Yeah,
very
it's very
good.
relaxed podcast.
It's so interesting, like
Yeah.
inviting I'm going to use the term like proper corporate person.
Oh,
It's like,
don't be
because
silly.
like we're in fitness, it's like no
Yeah, there's
shoes. Like
Yeah, the dress code is significantly different from this side of the room to the other.
yeah.
Look.
Come to a random house in Sunnybank to record a podcast.
Yeah, baby. Well, as I said, I had a few meetings today and I wasn't going to go and change just to come to this. So,
No, that's fine.
All good.
That's fine. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I figure we just kick off with who are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
So Evolve Marketing.
Evolve Marketing is a marketing company that has been in the industry for 25 years. We have marketed many businesses, small, medium and large. And really, our focus is on the target, the goals of the business, how they're going to get them. And obviously, we have to keep up with what are the latest trends in the marketing field.
Yep.
Make sure that we've got the right people around us to implement things. And, make sure our clients are happy and have their business goals.
It's a very good elevator pitch.
Yeah.
That's practice.
Very clear.
Oh, yeah,
You've done that
baby.
before.
Yeah. You've said that a few times, haven't
Well, as
you?
I said, 25 years in business. I think I've repeated that a few times.
Yeah.
So what's the typical business you work with? Because obviously not fitness.
Or even just some that maybe people listening might know of.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I don't know. Summer
Name drop.
Transport is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
There's a St. Ursula's College in Yeppoon is
Yeah.
another boarding school.
Yeah.
Pharmacy groups, data collection companies, small to medium-sized businesses, charities.
Yep.
Lots of different,
Interesting.
yeah.
How different is it going from like changing industries like that?
Look, these days, it's not that different, to be honest.
Yep.
I think the process is always the same, and that is concentrate on your target. What is your business? Knowing your business, knowing who you want to be in 2 to 5 years' time, who your customers are going to be, knowing them, and where your bottom line is going to come from. How are you going to get there?
Yeah.
It's knowing your target market, knowing your own business, knowing your own goals. I mean, there are some companies that want to get there quickly, and they'll be on a large growth plan. There'll be some companies that just want to grow organically. So it's all about your business, what you're after, who you're targeting, and basically concentrate on them.
Yeah.
Once you've got them down pat, then you can work out the mediums that you go to get to them. So, there are still traditional mediums people use, like TV and radio. I mean,
What's that?
it's not a lot. But, in some cases, they still like the banks, branding, etc. That does still work for... So you can't discount traditional media altogether, but you have got to be right up there with the digital field these days.
Yeah.
And you've just got to concentrate on it.
Yeah. Seeing lots of the big brands on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less so like Instagram and stuff like that, but like those YouTube annoying ass ads that I don't see because I've got premium.
Yeah, because we got premium,
It annoys me too much.
Yeah, it's wild.
But
we can find you with money.
But those big
course.
brands seem like they're the ones that
Yes.
that's where they're sort of moving into, is that YouTube space. The well-produced high-end commercials seem to be in the YouTube space now as well.
They're on both. They're definitely on
of course.
both. If you're going to, and sometimes what you do is that YouTube gets the longer version, and the TV and the old media methods, they get the shorter version. So people are actually producing 60-second commercials and concentrating on the YouTube markets, and in some cases even cinema marketing, because you can really target things there. And then the TV's getting the 15, 30-second versions.
Yeah, cinema's an interesting one.
Yeah, because you're kind of almost like not forced to watch it, but like you kind of are.
Yeah, and there's also
You'll pay attention.
so much fewer movies. So I feel like your cost, maybe cost per play, if it's based on how often your ad is shown, your cinema's more full more often, because there's less just kind of like, I'm just going to go to the movies. It's like blockbusters only. Because no one wants to go to the movies unless it's a blockbuster, because it's just on Netflix anyway. Yeah, it's an interesting.
Exactly that. And then in some fields, like when people are very localised in their businesses,
Yeah.
is, their local cinema is could be, advantageous for them, especially if they're doing video anyway.
Yeah.
Like a local
Shout
gym.
out to Werribee Village.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Plenty of
sir.
local ads there.
Yeah.
But many.
The footy club.
Yeah,
The
school
schools nearby.
The school,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
vacuum shop.
Yep, the leisure
There you
centre.
go. Let's get on cinema marketing because I remember all of them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it.
Even just today when chatting to Will, it's like, if you're a gym close by
Yeah.
in that area.
All right, let's do it.
It's crazy.
Put it on the list.
Opening ideas already.
Exactly. Oh, look, and even here's another one that's out there, and that is back of the toilet advertising. You're stuck there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that used to be the go-to for personal
At the
trainers.
gym.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Posters on the
Exactly.
doors.
The A-frames.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you got that, it's
Yeah.
like, damn it, he got it before
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I think we
You got
even
4
had
weeks,
like
buddy.
a roster.
Well, quite often you're sitting there with your phone, so if you've got a QR code there, so it's still not to be discounted.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So we've been speaking to quite a few different people in marketing lately, and a question that I've been asking is like, the small question is what is marketing, and then the bigger question is what is brand, what is marketing, what is sales, because I think us independent small business owners don't actually understand the difference between all of those things. Like personal trainers just want to be good at sets and reps, and then they think all of that is just the same thing. So could you help us defining what they are?
Yes. Okay, first of all, let's just start with a brand. A brand is who you are. It is your own personality.
Yeah.
So it is your point of difference that you want to get out to the marketplace, that this is who I am. This is why you should come to me to help you with your business or to help you get fit or to do this, because I am unique in my way and this is my brand. So it really is that unique personality that is you. And, great ways of getting that out are at the moment are TikTok. That's very branding because you can sort of put a little bit of your personality into it.
Yeah. Podcast in random Airbnbs.
Definitely podcast for you guys. Definitely podcasts and things like that for you guys is perfect. Then marketing is telling people who you are and what you are. So your brand is you, and then the marketing is actually the messages that are getting out to your marketplace of who you are. So it's the actual form of educating your customers who you are.
Yeah.
So the marketing is, okay, this is who I am, all right, I know that, this is my brand. This is my target market, which is a different thing. This is my target market, this is my brand, this is my target market. And then the marketing is the process of telling your target market who you are so that they will come to you.
Yeah.
So marketing is the process. It's the messaging.
Yeah. So brand kind of makes up like in my head, I'm just like, that's the foundation of like who you are. This is why you exist, kind of the culture, all of that kind of stuff. And then the marketing is finding a way to bring people into that and show what the method is, and
finding a target market and then messaging to them.
It's the process of telling them your story.
Yeah.
In the formatting ways. Like it's through your podcast that you're telling them. So that's marketing.
Yeah.
It's your website. That's marketing. It's how you look, how you present yourself it's your workshops, how you do that. It's the social media, advertising that we're doing at the moment to getting you guys out there. So it is all about the messaging, the marketing.
Yeah, I feel like almost like when we look at us, and we've discussed this deliberately when we did it, was like the branding. We upgraded our podcast studio about a year ago now. Yeah. And it was like, that's brand. It's like when you look at our stuff now, you can recognize us, you can recognize like we went through a phase last year of just wearing stupid matching tracksuits and stuff. Just like being
I wish I was there then.
We'll get that memo for next time.
Okay, yeah.
We'll send you one in the mail.
One of our most watched YouTube videos is me in pink track pants and a pink hoodie. It's not, it looked like a marshmallow. It's not great.
Yeah, it's awful.
But it just communicated this like lower key, particularly in our space, like the business coaching kind of tagline comes with this gross kind
icky.
of feeling.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're not that. And that's like the brand element. But then what we actually talk about in the podcast and being able to send you to a resource or go to the website or whatever, like that becomes the marketing element of that. And I think seeing personal trainers, whether it be on the gym floor, on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever they're hanging out, it's kind of like, oh, well, if I put some clients in my t-shirts, then that's marketing. It's like, really, you kind of just maybe communicating your brand probably inefficiently as well.
Yeah, it's probably the premature stages of communicating brand,
and then,
maybe.
And then all it's getting is a visual identity out there. It's not getting your brand out there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if it's a really posh T-shirt and looks fantastic, then you're sort of saying this.
Yeah.
But your podcasts are telling your customers out there that, you know, you're showing your authenticity.
Yeah.
About not being, you know, all you want to do is concentrate on personal trainers being good personal trainers, and that's the message you're getting out there, which is who you are.
Yeah. Versus, I think, like with the t-shirt thing, it's like your brand would be, how for my lens, it's like, how do all the people in that t-shirt move? And how do all that people
get results? And
it's like that starts to communicate a brand. Or when they come in, they have a program and they have a structure and they... Even like we're talking a lot at the moment about community building. If you're a face-to-face PT, building your own community within the gym. It's like, oh, I see all of those people training together and being friends. Like that's communicating a brand message within your environment. And then I think like you mentioned, interestingly, TikTok is as the brand where most PTs would see that as, I would go so far as to say, not even marketing, just go sales. And it's like they jump. It's not information or problem solving or value production or anything like that. It's just like, hey, buy my stuff. And then it doesn't work and they're like, oh, no, I put one time I said I had spots available on Instagram and no one bought it, so Instagram doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I can't see. I don't see TikTok as a sales tool. I see it as a brand. It's showing your personality. Yeah. And going back to T-shirts, hey, listen, you two guys are in T-shirts with STC Fit on it.
Yeah.
Yes, T-shirt's good, merch is good, and showing your professionalism, okay? Yeah. So it is showing, okay, we're relaxed, but we're still professional. We are getting our name out there.
Very relaxed and professional vibes. I forgot you don't have swearing on your shirt
You're
at the moment.
Black, yes.
I thought he was wearing the swearing one. No. You got changed.
We had corporate.
You got corporate.
Yeah, you got changed.
I bought 5 T-shirts with curse words on them and one without.
I was like, that's relaxed, this is professional, but you let me down.
Do I feel privileged because of that then?
Try not to be offensive.
If you weren't here, I'd be in a singlet looking like a meathead. So.
Hang on, I'll walk back in and surprise you.
One thing, I guess, like for the trainers, because that are trying to kind of, I guess, like expand their business, their brand and stuff. Mm-hmm. We kind of mentioned marketing, which they always ask us about. And then you kind of mentioned like target market and brand.
Yes.
There's probably a sequence to this, to that, like, you know, you wouldn't just go straight into marketing. Like, is there like building brand? Is there identifying target market? Like where would someone start who's thinking about those 3 things, like go?
Welcome to the STC Fit Learning podcast. STC Fit Learning is a business coaching service specifically for personal trainers designed to help them create long-term careers in fitness. We want people to be able to earn more, work less, and work with the people that they want and choose to stay in the fitness industry as long as they want. If you like the episode, give it a screenshot, tag us, like, follow, subscribe, shoot us DMs at stcfit_learning on Instagram and get involved with the community. Enjoy the episode.
Yes. Well, I always say with anybody who's starting out in any business is just do a business plan. Yeah. And the first thing in your business plan is working out who you are. Yeah. And that is who I am. And sometimes, and the majority of people that are startups, I've just helped another company out who was going into the telecommunications field and sort of said, yes, I can do everything. I can do that telecommunications. I can do that. And because when you're starting out, you really don't know where your niche is. You kind of do, and so you do want to spread the net quite wide and go, yes, these are all of my abilities. Let's get that all out there. When that is all out there, then you'll start getting into your core of who you are, because sometimes you just don't know. And people will start recognising for who your core is. So then after a year or something like that, you actually work out what your own point of difference is. And then you can start focusing on what your business is, who you're starting to attract, and then you can start sort of professionalizing your brand, your target market, and then what to do to get them in. So there's nothing wrong with a business that's a startup just going, right, let's just throw all those hats in the ring and see what happens. I don't think that's a mistake.
Do you start from a point of, this is something that I've been playing with our guys a little bit, do you start from the perspective of personality or skill set?
Oh, it's got to be both.
Yeah.
You've got to concentrate on both.
Yeah, because I feel like at the moment, particularly within personal training, we're talking a lot about it today, like we went through this era where everything was based on this new study said, and like that was how you proved yourself.
We called it the evidence-based movement.
Yeah, whereas now it's like you cannot get away with that anymore.
Yeah, it's so boring.
You can't.
No.
Whereas now it's like we have, what have we got now? 7, 8 personal trainers under the STT Fit brand who are all totally different personalities. And even like if you take Jason and I, same marketing, same strategy, same T-shirt, same logo, same all of that, but
totally
who we work with are totally different. And the skill set, as much as we niche into slightly different people, the overarching ability to get an outcome is kind of the same.
Absolutely.
But it's that personality that needs to be at the front of like, I want to work with people who are X, Y, Z.
I help people that are X, Y, Z better.
Yeah.
Because my personality fits with their personality.
Yeah.
And these type of people work better with me. And you're a very personable business. I mean, you're working, sometimes 1-on-1, 1-on-5, 1-on-10 with people. So, and you're personally empowering them. So you've got to get on with them. So yes, you've got to have the skill set, but you've got to get on with them.
Yeah.
I think you can, like when we made that change, we were just like, we're just going to be us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, it was more fun. 2, I think it was much more authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is what your brand is.
Yeah,
authentic, genuine.
It's not an accident that I reckon that would be the point where things kind of moved a bit further as well.
Yeah,
just in terms of like, leads, people to work with, clients. That
even
kind of
just
stuff.
consistency of the content creation as well, because it's a lot easier when you like it.
Yeah. Consistency of messaging is one of the major rules of marketing, because as soon as you start diluting your message with a different message, then it's like, who are we? What do we stand for?
Yeah.
You've got to know who you are and what you stand for.
Yeah. I guess a PT running a business, like even just at a premature level, like they're too scared to probably try and be themselves. Like they think they got to be like clean cut, and they've got to be well spoken, and they've got to talk in the telephone voice all the time. Like I cringe when I hear my telephone voice. I'm just like, this is just me.
I'm going to cringe when I listen to this back.
But yeah, like there's something to that authenticity, even just from our perspective, just on work being fun again.
And if you're having fun at work, people recognise that.
Yeah.
And they want to be near it.
Yeah.
Even a community thing. We're like, how do we crack this community? It's like, let's just be ourselves.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, interstate trips started happening.
Yeah.
Because you create that, for lack of a better term, because it's overused, but tribe.
Yeah,
exactly. And look, new trends and marketing. Oh my God, it's just the same as new diets. That it's the new fad.
Yeah.
It's like, take it with a grain of salt.
How do you stay on top of that? Like,
or do you not?
Yeah, or do you just
I don't.
Is there like fundamentals that just are your bread and butter, and then you kind of just playing in a space where you're just winging it?
No, it's the fundamentals that's your bread and butter. Okay, and that is focus on your business, focus on your target market, know the trends that are changing your target market.
Yeah.
So your target market is, the goalposts change all the time. They're very fluid.
Yeah.
1 minute they're 35, the next minute they're 45. So their attitudes have changed. They've got children. Their lives are different. So you just have to be fluid. You can't just go, this is my set way.
Forever,
No, you just... And 35-year-olds today are different to 35-year-olds that were 10 years ago or 5 years ago. You've got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
So, you never get stuck in your ways. Yes, listen to every single bloody fad diet that's out there. But be sensible.
Yeah. Don't do them all.
Just be sensible.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be the diet analogy is a great one, because it's like, pick one. and do it and test it. And if it works, continue to do it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, adjust it until it starts to work.
Yeah.
It's a really good kind of carryover.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation on a workshop today, actually. A couple of guys are launching a podcast. And I think we fell into this trap ourselves where we chased this, like, no one's got an attention span anymore. And that was like, we were
so it has to
so
be quick.
caught up in it. Like, our reels went to 15 seconds and this got shortened and this got shortened. And we were like trying to like flashy kind of cuts and all that kind of stuff with our content. And then we started to think like, oh, well, when I was 21, 22, I listened to audiobooks and long form content.
Just getting notepads out for podcasts.
Yeah, watched YouTube videos, all that kind of, and I like listened to Joe Rogan and watch Flagrant and watch Rick Shields golf videos, and they all like Rogan, some of them 3 hours. Like, I'll do that over a week if it's a guest I want to see. Like, we do that and have done that. So instead of trying to chase, it's like, what medium do you feel the most comfortable in and enjoy the most, and then nurture an audience that also likes that.
Exactly that. The fad with the, okay, we've got to be quick and we've got to be flashy. Okay, I think quick sometimes is okay. Flashy, well, it wasn't you. You lost your authenticity with that. So getting back to your basics was good. Sometimes people are time poor. So once again, it's knowing your market, knowing who they are, know when they're time poor. So when you're putting something in front of them that are, you want to do a quick, let's get your message quickly out there. Yeah. But then also have these podcasts where people can sit down and listen and have the time to learn more and see you more.
Yeah, I think the strategy for us has been do the long thing and then just figure out how to do that.
Yeah,
short.
Do the little short bits so
that's
you can entice people.
The best at.
Yeah, it's like, we have Tam. Help.
Hey, Tam. Oh, Tam.
Yeah, that's it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's worked for us, but I also know we've got even people in that have come through Standout and stuff like that. Like, one of our girls, I think she blew up to 80,000 followers on TikTok in like 2 weeks. And just exploded and was like, cool, we'll just lean into that. Just keep posting that short form content. It's working.
Yep.
You enjoy it. Keep going with it. It's really interesting to... I heard it explained and I went, that is it. Wanting to show up and do a podcast versus wanting to... I've done a couple of like those... myself talking to myself as a different person reel, and I just like, I feel like a dick.
I know.
And I did really well, but it was just like the anxiety that I went through to do it.
It's not worth
to do that every week, it's like, this isn't
can't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Just got to set up my office like we've spoken about, Tam. I'm just going to keep saying it.
Yeah.
Just want that camera angle.
Yep.
So the question we get all the time.
Yes, another one.
Is...
You got lots of questions.
It's all right. Go for it.
What's up, guys? You're listening to the STC Fit Learning Podcast, brought to you by ourselves. Feel free to go check out our website, so stcfitlearning.com. On there, we have a bunch of free resources, including how to niche your business, how to actually sell during consults, and a free programming template, plus our business scorecard, which you can go and take and see how you stack up in the industry based on what we think is elite and how to become the best trainer in your gym, in your town, and in the industry. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you take a screenshot and tag us, we really, really appreciate it. It really helps get this message out to help improve our industry and keep people in their personal training careers. Enjoy the app. I've got X budget.
Okay.
What should I spend it on? When should I start spending money? How do I do ads?
Yeah, I think when to do the ads, and then, what's the budget?
And our answer is always 0 times 0 is 0. So if it's not working now, probably don't spend any money.
Exactly. Once again...
And I'm happy to be told I'm wrong.
Yeah, you can say that's not a right thing to say.
No. If I am a firm believer, if it's not broke, don't fix anything. So if you're going along and this is what you want to do, that's fine. I think when somebody's a startup, it depends on on where they're going and what they're doing. Is if they want to grow organically, get the word out there, affiliate yourself with a gym, get your governance worked out, get your affiliation, get your network happening, get out there and use that as much as you can. Social media really is the way to go at the moment. So Facebook, you've got to be on Facebook, especially if you're going to people. So a lot of people are still on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. Every day there are 11.5 million users on Facebook. So people think it's getting old, but it's not. The majority of those 11.5 million people are between 29 and 35.
Wow.
About 6.5 of them. Million.
It's good to know that information.
We now post on Facebook.
Yeah, it's good to know that information because we were just like, TikTok's, Facebook's getting to like for old people.
Yeah, boomers.
Well, just like the people, like my mum, like poking at her phone like this and stuff, you know, like posting her photos to her story and stuff instead of making albums and shit.
Yeah.
No, it's still.
Wow, that's good
one.
information. Yeah,
and it is. So with TikTok, that's what I'm saying. It's about a brand. It's not selling something. It's people actually enjoying looking things.
Yeah.
And then they want to see the next one. Then they're actually not ready to go and click through to you.
Yeah.
Because they just want to keep. So that's getting your brand message out there, which they will remember, but it's not necessarily going to click through to you wanting to buy something directly or going directly to you. That's still Facebook.
Yeah.
And YouTube. You know,
YouTube's huge.
And your Insta with your podcasts.
Yeah.
So that's taking it. And you can get your messages and things like that out there.
Yeah.
So it's free stuff. Just start posting. Just start exploring who you are, what your personality is.
Yeah.
If you want to grow organically, traditional sort of things is a business plan. Putting a business plan together. You want a certain amount of income in 12 months' time. All right. Mathematics to sort of get there is if you want a fast growth to that, then take 9% of what your total turnover, your targeted turnover is you want it to be, and you invest that into marketing. All right. If you're happy with the way you're going and you just want to continue your custom and maybe just grow a little bit, 5% is the way to go. So
revenue, profit.
Revenue.
Yeah.
Revenue.
That makes sense with some of the numbers we've heard from other businesses.
Because, and then you've just got to, because you don't want to, if profit, there's nothing left. Like you won't have any money to spend at all.
Yeah.
So you're just going with revenue. If you're just happy the way you go, retail clients.
I just realised that our budgeting template allocates 10% of weekly revenue to marketing.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Good job, Ben.
There you go.
Good job, Ben.
There you go.
Lamborghinis in 12 months.
Yeah, exactly. So you're on a growth phase.
And no, this is
the
the model
phase.
we have in Standout. We give to everyone else.
That's
Did
it.
it by accident.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
and that is that is sort of, it comes down to mathematics.
Yeah.
But you don't want to spend your profit on your advertising unless you're in a growth phase.
Yeah. I think so many people would be blown away by that. Would just be like, oh, really? Like it's that. Like the 6-figure PT thing is like in our space, it's huge. So it's like, okay, so cool. You're looking at $9,000 a year. Yeah. And most PTs would be like, oh, that's too much. It's like, I'm going to throw $20 here or $50 there or whatever. And they're so disconnected from the reality of what.
No, you've got to throw that
numbers.
Yeah. Because if you're just throwing $10 and $20 and $100, don't expect it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because one, you're not being consistent.
Yeah, and we've done it, guys. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. So, but sometimes when you're starting off, that's all you've got. So you do that, and then you just see where it goes, and you just know that it's going to take me a little bit longer. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I can afford it at this point, or I want to do that because PT is my second business, and I just want it to, I want it to be my first, but I just simply haven't got the money. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's just knowing what your goal is, so that when you actually progress with your goals, you're not disappointing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just come out and go, oh, I'm just going to spend $100 there and $200 there, and all of a sudden everyone's going to want me.
Yeah, well, that's
not going to happen.
Another thing that kind of gets pushed across as well. This is just like, when can I expect things to moon? It's like, like, oh, if I spend this, what can I expect from that? It's like, it seems, from our experience, and we're still, working progressively on that. It's like, we can't tell you because, we did that scoping call with you and it was like, we need to do this, we need to fix this, we need to sort this out, and then come back to us, and then there's all this, testing and finding things out, and you can't really sit there and say, do this and you'll get it.
Yeah, and that's the advice we're giving, similar to what you did with us. Was like, hey, we want to give you some money, and you were like, no, go do this first.
No, you're not ready.
Can you fix this for us?
Yeah.
No. But yeah, we give the same advice. Like if you're even leveraging the social media platforms, so if you have made 0 sales through your online platforms so far, just multiplying. Your goal is to multiply that outcome with a paid spend. 0 times 0 is 0. So make sure you actually have something working that you can refine and push some money behind to get just more momentum. Not
something more than an Instagram page as well.
Well, that's
exactly
a lot of people are just raw, like nothing. Just has they have an ABN and then they've maybe done a TikTok and a Facebook page. They're like, oh, I'm going to start paid marketing. It's like, what are people going to do when they see your post? Like, it's just like losing the concept of what marketing is.
Exactly.
And the other parts of brand and all that, like that, kind of nice little triad and stuff.
Yeah, it's that overlap of what we were saying earlier, where it's like they're trying to do sales where they should be marketing, and they actually have no sales.
That's right, because it's actually the messaging. And then it's also a very important part of marketing is response. And that is how you respond. So it's engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious. We obviously have the most success when we are incredibly hands-on in our social media.
Yes.
So and I'm trying to communicate this to our guys at the moment, that they expect posting content, go to website, book, sell. Where what we've experienced, at least in my coaching business and for Standout as well, is like, I would say 85%, 90% of our sales come from actually making contact and having communication within usually the DMs that then leads to that sale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're leaving like 90% of your potential business on the table by just like, oh, I got 100 likes. And that's like, oh, amazing. How many of them did you message? It's like, oh, none. No. But I'm all about
response.
But I'm all about community.
Yeah. Oh, but no, you're not.
Yeah.
You didn't even bother answering me. But yeah, no, that's what it is. It's about responses and responding in the right way to, even if it's having the right landing page for people to go on with it. So giving all the information that you need, saying thank you.
Yeah. So how do you, with a larger scale business than us, for example, how do you scale that? Do you just have someone that would, these bigger companies, are they still doing that, or are they just the turnover is so high that it's okay, people will just funnel through, or it's like you just hire a social media manager? Like, what's the scalability there?
The scalability is having somebody full time on social media doing it. So it is. It is because people do expect a response these days. And the review system these days as well. If you get a bad review, well, you've got to jump on it. You've got to go, thank you for your feedback, etc. You've got to respond to it because things can turn so quickly in the digital space. Yeah. So no, the bigger companies with the scaling they have. The big companies have got hundreds of people just on social media.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, you want to know a person's on the other line too. I feel like we've gone past the stage of like a bot.
No, they're not.
You can
the
weed
bots,
them.
they can't. No.
You can weed them out real quick too, and it just gets frustrating after that.
Yeah. Half of my challenge is not sounding like a bot in the DMs. Like,
me too. It's like, I'm not that great with text.
Like,
messages.
Hey, thanks for the follow flex.
Hi, do you train?
Yeah. It's like making sure you put a name in there and making sure it's so hard. And then it's also hard because like it's so saturated with crap. Yeah. And like you get, even if it's not a bot, it's a person, but it's with some
but they might have their guard up as well. Like, because they're just, they've been burnt before, or they just know that it's like, so-and-so's done. Like, we talk about it all the time, like the classic kind of, we get approached all the time. They'll like 4 pictures. Yeah. They'll put a bullshit comment on one of your photos, and then they just hit you straight in the DMs, and you've never even. And they're like, "Hey, I'm a business coach. I'll help you scale your business." And
I have
marketing and all that stuff.
I have 600 followers myself.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a fake account, so come, let me leverage your business, and
that'll only cost you $20,000, but I need the money up front. Yeah. Yes. No. There's a lot of things companies out there that are doing that, and be wary. Yeah. Look, as much as I had to say it is go to the reviews on their companies. actually have a look and make an informed decision. Don't just go with those online things.
Are there things that you would look for? Like, we kind of had a couple of calls we had a call with someone and it was like just an awful experience.
Yes.
And we were like, this is already enough.
Yeah.
But there's probably people that don't have the experience that we have to kind of identify those things.
What are the red flags?
Yeah, are there any red flags, or it's just like, outside of checking the review process, it's like, if your gut tells you no, don't do it.
Oh, I think I firmly believe if your gut tells you no, don't do it,
Yeah.
then don't do it.
The funnel was so good that even after that call, I sent a message to the owner, an email, and I was like, we have just had the worst consult experience I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
I assume you've just got the wrong person involved.
Yep.
So if you're happy to do this and move forwards, like if you want to jump on a call with us and talk to us, and like we're happy to give you another opportunity.
Yep.
And he basically was just like, I've dealt with egos like you before.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, well then you just go,
Yeah.
gone.
We were
It was $5,000 to get to the call to him, or something like that.
Yeah, it was,
We were like,
and it was refundable, and we were just like, nah, man, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Let's go refundable.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
she was like, the salesperson was like eating and stuff during the call. It was wild.
It took like 90 minutes too. We're just like, please, just get to stop reading the script and tell us how much it is.
Yeah.
Read the room.
I mean,
Read the
you
room.
haven't got time for that.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Went
You
for
know,
that
you
long,
just wanna
she
get
had to
on.
eat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
interesting.
No, look, there's good and bad people in every field. There's good and bad
Yeah.
industries. There's good and bad companies. There's and it's fielding your way through it.
It must be hard for you guys to overcome
Or try and position yourselves.
Oh, it
not.
definitely
the
is.
stigma around
Especially when there's everybody in India that can do things half the price or a quarter of the price, and even the Fivers with the graphic design and things like that. Small businesses, more PTs go to Fiverr. They are. They're the ones.
Yeah.
But once you get to a certain professionalism, you've just got to you got to go up there.
you
gotta
realize
get
that
there.
you realize that the money, you get to a point where you realize the money's not worth it. It's not worth saving.
And the time as well, if you're just having to redo it again.
Yeah.
The old adage, buy cheap, buy twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, actually.
It's okay to do that at the beginning when you're limited. But once you're starting to become a little bit more professional, then you've got to act professionally.
Yeah.
And you've got to pay professionally. So,
Yeah.
So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, head to stcfitlearning.com. Head to programs and all the details are there, and you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. So our experience moving into this like paid ads environment, because it's the first time we've actually done it properly.
yes.
Consistently.
First thing so we tried to do it by ourselves and we just got banned.
Yeah,
Facebook
just couldn't
was
get
like-
the ads through. They're like, let's ban this account for another 2 weeks.
And then I think we're just like still not allowed in there.
Yeah. I think as soon as we log in, they're just like, ban them.
Yeah.
They're in again.
It would be cool to look at a bit of a timeline of how to actually, you're in a position where you can afford that 9-10% of your revenue to invest into something, and you do want to moon, as we call it, when Lambo.
Yeah.
You do want to go to that next level. You know you need to do something. What do we actually expect? Like, we've heard before that it's common that a Facebook Meta account will get shut down if it's not all set up correctly.
It has to be totally set up correctly.
Yeah.
Even just with the workshop, you currently had a workshop and we got the message out there. Every time we updated the ad, there was a 24-hour delay for it to get approved again. So you're losing time there.
Yeah.
And Facebook are so diligent these days on having everything perfect because in that space at the moment there are so many critics. They're never going to get it all right. There's always going to be messages that are going to get out there that people are going to be offended by, etc., etc. So they've got their algorithms in place, but yes, it is so strict and it is so difficult to get right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once you've been banned, trying to get back on.
Yeah, that's what we found. It's
Over.
tough.
Game over.
Yeah.
So we do the right things. We make the meta gods happy.
The meta gods.
We throw a heap of money in.
Well, you don't have to be a heap, just, enough.
And then we go, cool, everything's done. I'm going to get sales tomorrow.
No, that's not going to happen.
So this has obviously been a learning experience for us as well. And we sort of spoke at the start, like it's probably like we had a 2-month kind of setup phase, and then it's like probably going to be 2-3 months to really start to learn and understand what's going on.
Get the traction you want.
Yeah. So you're looking at kind of 5-6 months to really see the worth and the
True
outcomes.
sales.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bit
true
of a slow,
sales.
bit of a slow burn, kind of nurturing period.
Yeah.
So can we, even if we use ourselves as a case study, because we always tell the guys what we're doing anyway, we're really upfront about it. So stage 1 was make sure we had the business, I guess, the funnel in place. Like, can they go to a website? Can they find stuff?
Exactly.
Is it clear?
Where's the response? Where's the messaging? Does it make sense? Do I know what I'm buying? Is it clear? Yeah. Getting your house in order. I always believe, look, before I have people over, I tidy my house.
Yeah.
So tidy house and then invite people in.
Yeah. And then we went, cool, so we're not going to go direct sell. Selling that direct sell is going to come after. So it's going to be a retargeting thing. So we need some valuable lead magnets that are actually going to get some opt-in. So stcfitlearning.com/scorecard. You should go and do it. So we use that. It's like, cool, and we've got consults that close. So they're the 2 things that we're going to be marketing. And then we took the approach of let's target the audience that's seen us before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so what was the thought process behind that?
Well, because they already knew you and we were putting money into it, they recognised you. So, and you had thousands of Insta people that we could tap into. So there was a volume there. So there was more likely to tap into that because they had already experienced you. So we only had a certain amount of money. We didn't want to throw a whole heap of money because we're just testing what the market is. So we picked, let's say a figure of $1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to go $10,000 because you need to test it. The last thing I'm going to say is go and throw $10,000 into something we haven't
see what happens,
tested.
Which we've done before.
Yes.
Done it all, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Fucked it all up. Yeah. You name it, we've done it.
Is let's just test the market. Okay, let's just throw the $1,000. Let's see what the response is. And because you had so many thousand viewers of Instagram, we had a nice little base to start from. So we looked at the way they engaged and we did it, and that's great. Now what we're going to do is we are going to look at that market and now create an audience of like people from that market.
Nice.
That's what we're going to be doing next month. We
So welcome to the podcast if we found you.
There you go. We didn't want to do it this month because we wanted to throw some money into your workshop instead. So it's like, all right, don't just throw money there and throw money there. We were actually quite sensible and went, well, all right, we're ticking it along quite good here. We do want some responses here. So instead of adding more money, we'll just take some of this money. We will just slow down that message there. That's getting quite a good impressions. We won't try and create a larger audience now. We'll just keep going with the people that know you. Okay, now we've got a good message that is getting out there. We can see the responses. We're seeing that people are actually liking the message. We might refine the message a little bit more before we actually go out to market. But what we're going to do is have a look at the whole responses over March. And then have a look at that.
I think we've learnt heaps already, like just we started obviously with graphics, then we tried video. Video was way more successful. Then we tried some changes on the video itself, which is even more successful. And just like, okay, I think because we do have that authenticity kind of message, they've been me so far, you'll be on fit, so prepare yourself.
Go, Chase.
I'm ready.
Get those guns happening.
That's kind of created a level of trust within it anyway. Because it's like, that's a dude, and I've probably seen like that podcast background before, and it's all familiar and it's all sort of relatable. So that's really cool. So we also spoke, I think, a week or so ago about we needed a certain amount of views or visits on the podcast. There's a thing called a Facebook tracking pixel that picks up who comes through.
Exactly.
And then we need a certain amount of visits to be able to actually generate that audience itself, right?
Exactly. So the more people that you have coming to your pixel, that's what we call the funnel system. Mm-hmm. So once we know how many people have connected or engaged with your initial experience, once that's sort of reached, the figure's around about 20,000.
Yep.
That's when we know we can go further and then get you down through to a funnel system.
Yeah, and that's where like $50 here and there, it's not it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you've got to go through this funnel process.
Correct. Yeah.
People tend not to, unless you've got a product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not offering a product; you're offering a service.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. TikTok, Facebook, marketing, things like that. Unless if you're offering a service, it's going to be a slow burn.
Yeah.
It's not demand and supply.
Yeah.
I need I want a mug. I want a water bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not just going out and going, anybody who wants a water bottle, I like that water bottle, I'll buy that now.
Yeah.
Okay, because they will buy it now. They won't go, I'll think about that and wait for the ad to come back because they know it's not going to.
Yeah. My Instagram with golf club.
No one really does that when they want a coach either. They're just like, I'll just go get a coach and I'm just going to pick this one.
No, they don't.
No,
it's an informed decision that they want to make.
100%,
I mean, it's very personal for them. They need to make the right decision.
Yeah.
So, it's a slow burn.
Yeah. We know our audience is, I would say, shortest exposure in the past has been like a couple like hit straight away and they catch a good episode and they're straight involved.
Yes.
I found you at the right time and you get them on the spot, which is great. But
normally happens in January or February.
Usually it's actually more 3 months, 6 months. We had a guy come to the workshop over the weekend. First time we'd ever interacted with him. Mm-hmm. I was like, I've seen your name around for ages. He's like, I've been following you guys for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is our first proper like exchange of any funds or anything. So it's the impatience, I think, that comes with like a lot of lessons for the PT who maybe aren't where we are, that don't have the revenue that we have yet. And they're like, all good for Ben and Jace to spend. So like 10,000 views to a website. Like I've never even seen that many people. Like I understand all that, but this is where the importance of consistently showing up with your content, and even if it's not hitting, we were able to tap into when I saw the number, it was like 500,000 or something views total that we'd had on Reels. I was like, we haven't wasted 2 years doing this.
No,
because this data set is there for us to leverage.
It's there that we can leverage off. Like you haven't wasted time or money. But what you've given is a great base.
Yeah.
But also just talking to PTs, because what we are doing for you is it's training the trainer. So it's a service that you're offering PTs on how to be a good PT.
Yep.
So PTs themselves, there's no reason why at the key seasonal times of the year they don't productize what they offer. So 6 training sessions for $25 each. And you offer it at the beginning of Christmas, for your mum, for your dad. So, here's a productized offering that you can buy your parent.
Yeah.
Or you can buy your sister for Christmas. So times like that, there's no reason why they can't just go and put a product together where, I do want to buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to get that for my mum for Mother's Day. I do want to get that for my dad for Father's Day.
That's good, yeah.
What do you think are the biggest differences? What's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STC Fit Learning mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship at stcfitlearning.com. Head to programs and mentorship and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. What do you think are the biggest differences, product for prospect or product for business? Like that, for us, having two brands within a brand where we
Yes.
talk to a business owner and we talk to a consumer.
Yes.
What are the main differences that in the approach?
Well, once again, it's look at your business from your personal training, your PT side of the business. You're talking to other consumers that want to know who you are because you're personally training them. Okay, so and that's your personality as an individual PT to help these individual PTs on their personal level. And that's how you talk to them. And that's why you do, the TikToks, YouTube, as well as these podcasts. You're more a professional business that is showing other people how to be a professional business as well.
Yeah.
So you talk to them at that level.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still who you are. You still have your own personalities and things like that. But you're not on it's a different message that you're conveying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
You're not teaching them to be fit.
Yeah.
Teaching them to be
I think
business
that's
fit.
the hardest thing that
Yeah.
we found, which is why the rebrands
It's
kind of coming
Yeah.
at a good
Yeah.
time.
It's separating the two because they're both
Yeah.
two different messages
Yeah.
to two different types
and
of
it's
people.
trying to get that almost like on-off switch kind of thing, or just that
Even
dial
mentally for
over.
us.
It's just like
Yeah.
let's go to talking to clients, and it's like now it's orange, and then flip to business, it's blue. Like
Yeah.
even something as simple as that, it's like okay,
Yeah.
like I can I can be the person to deliver that message, and it doesn't get blurry.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a really tough thing to do so far.
We're changing the name of the STC Fit podcast to Banter and Barbells, or Barbells and Banter. I
Barbells
keep
and
saying
Banter.
backwards.
Yeah.
Barbells and
great.
Banter by STC Fit. So then you come knowing it's going to be lighthearted, it's going to be fun, it's going to be whatever.
Yeah.
We haven't quite nailed this channel
one,
yet,
we're
but
thinking about something.
just that idea of, and then Jason and I have had the conversation of like that ability to jump between the messaging is actually quite challenging. So it's like, Jace, you're the fit host now. Like
Yep.
you host Barbells and Banter, and then I can just react to what you're doing, and then when we come on learn, I host and you react to what I'm doing, and that allows us to both stay in a gear all the time that services that message. And I think for where I'm going with this is like people think the workshop we did on the weekend was hybrid coaching.
Yep.
So it's like face to face and online, 2 income streams, more time, less over systemizing everything, getting all those things in
scalable,
process.
flexibility, more
Yep,
money, all that.
volume.
Yeah,
Correct. What people miss is the person who comes through the door of the gym and signs up and buys a 3-session PT pack
Yep.
isn't the person who's searching for a coach online.
No,
It's
they're not.
Not the same.
No, that's impulse or they're two different
impulse,
types of people.
coercion to a lower degree.
Yes.
Like you're in the gym, like you get 3
I've
sessions.
walked past here
Yeah.
so many times, or I've seen it advertised, and I'm just going to walk in. And
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
have
do
to
it.
have these 3 sessions when you sign
The
up.
biggest,
like-
the biggest difference would be the order of priority, where it sits in their priorities. Like someone who's going to pay someone online, minimum top 5, if not top 3 priorities in their life.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Usually.
Yeah.
Whereas in the gym, it could be 10th.
That's
It's just
right.
like, I'm here to outsource my fitness because I know it's good for me, but I hate it.
Yeah.
And then PTs go, oh, I need better clients. It's like, no, that's where you are. That's
Yeah.
the people you're
Yeah,
working with.
that's-
That's who you need to learn
Yeah.
to help.
It's the market you're playing in. at the
Yeah,
moment.
learning to be able to identify who that specific person is. So it's like right now we're talking to personal trainers. If the wrong person comes onto this channel thinking it's fit,
Yeah,
they're like,
turning it off.
what the hell just
Yeah.
happened here? Which is
Yeah.
what we want.
Yep.
And then vice versa onto fit. But yeah, that is an important thing for PTs to message, that when you have different products, sometimes that client avatar is a little bit different, and how you
Yes.
communicate with them is going to be really different as well.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah, and like I think you messaged like the professionalism works in, and I think this is something that business coaches kind of portray a little bit, where it's like, and we've done it, put the polo on, put the jeans on, look
Yeah.
really flash, and then communicate to other people, and then they're like, oh, well, that's who I need to be successful. And then they go talk to the general public, and they're like, this douche.
Yeah.
Put a singlet on,
What do they
relax.
think to do?
Yeah. Whereas, so identifying,
Who are you talking to?
yeah, when you're scrolling through Instagram and we see a coach that's like, okay, guys, so today we're going to like move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And the eyes glaze over.
yeah, like the public don't want to see that. You have to find a way to be, and maybe that's a good
Relatable.
thing to spin off to is how much are you seeing a shift towards entertainment-based marketing?
You know what? Marketing has always been entertainment based. So there's not really a shift. I think entertainment-based marketing gets a little bit more cut through because it gets just that little bit more attention.
Yeah, you just remember it that tiny little bit more, even if it's
Exactly.
like a really bad joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, a really good one.
Once again, entertainment-based marketing is one of the fad words at the moment. But if you really think about it, everything you have to make marketing entertaining. Otherwise, people are going to yawn and close off.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Yeah, I think in our industry though, we had a window.
It's trying to make
You
it funny.
didn't have to be.
It's trying to make. I think it's more trying to make it funny, not entertainment. It's like trying to make it funny.
you don't have to make it funny.
Yeah,
It's
that's
entertainment. So
engaging.
entertainment can be information, education,
Yeah.
as well as funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I can go to a scary movie and get scared the shit out of me, but I'm still entertained.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
can go to a comedy,
Yeah.
or I can go to a fast movie or an action movie. I'm
Yeah.
still entertained. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's the
Yeah.
way it's portrayed to me. As long as it's engaged me and I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
yeah.
Because we keep referring back to this like evidence-based time because it's a really transitional phase, we think, in the fitness industry at the moment.
Yeah.
Where you used to be able to just put up a cool infographic with like science and people didn't even most of the time understand what it was. But they're like, oh, you're smart.
You literally could have made up the references down the bottom. No one would have checked.
They wouldn't have
It's
looked.
like, oh, this graph.
You just got that bit out of your brain
Yeah.
that you're smart, dude.
Cool chart. Lots of different numbers I don't understand. Cool. This guy's smart. I mean,
I tell this story in workshops all the time. Like, I went through a phase where I was doing heaps of blogging. It was more for myself to work stuff out. So like writing articles about my method and stuff like that. And I do consults with people like, oh, I saw like a couple of your articles and you obviously really like know what you're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, what article did you read? And they're just like, I
just
didn't
saw
read
it.
any. It was just
I said I saw
wrote
the
a thing.
article.
Yeah. But you're not comedians,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
PTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be funny all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good message because obviously, again, you can lean into doing the same thing you see other people do who just do it
That's
really
right.
well,
That's
Yeah.
right.
and you just don't.
Yeah, and you think, oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah,
Well,
or
you don't
if that's what people
have
want,
to.
I'm going to try.
Because there's probably two archetypes at the top right now. It's provocative, like deliberately trying to create
Yep.
chaos,
Yeah.
basically, and piss people
Be
off.
very polarizing.
Or funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some kind of satire that
Satirical messaging.
overlaps both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm being an asshole, but I'm funny about it, so it's fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so valuable. Like we had worked with a coach over the weekend and it was just like her message was the people in her gym love her and she's really struggling with like, I don't know how to deal with that. And then when
Right.
she goes to online space, it's trying to be professional or trying to communicate like this message or whatever. It's like, you just need, if you've got 60 people coming to a group class with you,
Yeah.
yeah,
get you out there.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's just the reason why those 60 people are
Yeah.
attracted.
Just
to
because
Yeah.
it's a two-dimensional screen that people are looking at doesn't mean they can't see the three-dimensional
Because
you.
we, after another thing that we did that person was there, we left and we're like, man, we need to get her to come work with us. Because she's just got an energy. It's just like, you just
That's
be yourself
awesome to be
and
around.
just
Yeah.
throw that out into the sphere and let it do its
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
What free stuff
Yeah.
can a PT execute who's, like we said, not at a revenue stage right now where they can dedicate that 10% or whatever or get 10,000 website views? Mm-hmm. What are like maybe 3 things that they could execute?
Okay, well, look, if they can, one thing, just a good landing page or a website. Okay, that will cost you a little bit of money, but you go to the Fivers for something like that.
Yep.
A good logo, go to a Fiverr. Okay, so it's not free,
Yeah.
but it's just giving you a personality or an essence. So it doesn't have to be the perfect essence. It's just got to be an essence, so that when people go to you, there's something there.
I've just got to throw a reminder to all of our listeners that you can win both of those things if you just take a screenshot and share this story and tag
Yep.
us.
Yep.
Cool.
Get on it.
Do it, people.
Free logo.
Yeah.
Do it, people.
Free logo, free startup
Yes,
pack.
exactly.
Heaps of value.
Yeah. And free advertising. Do that all the time.
Yeah.
If you're use your affiliates.
Yeah.
You know, say, I'm a startup. Help me, mate.
Yeah.
You know, try to help me spread the word. Get all of that out.
Yeah.
That's a thing that we really lacked early.
Yeah, it's just those
we
networks.
were so internal. We didn't network. We didn't do affiliate stuff. We didn't do any of that. It's only now we're like, oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was one of the 5 areas we really, one of 5 that we struggled with.
Yeah.
Well,
so, sorry, we've got a question before we kind of go ahead with the website thing.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 months ago, we were telling personal trainers like leadpages.com, have a YouTube link, have links in your link tree to go to other places.
Yep.
And that's really sort of it. I think lockdowns raised the standard of what everyone had.
Yes.
So now I'm sort of like, I think a website's actually really valuable, and you probably need that, particularly in the online space now. Yeah. Maybe you can get away with it face to face, but I think it's
not
still
if you want to be on
beneficial.
the online space.
Correct, yeah. So you think that's a vital piece of the...
I think so, because your social media has to have somewhere to go. Your YouTube has to have somewhere to go. Your Facebook has to have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
So, and then talking about the free stuff is doing your own YouTube, doing your own Facebook posts, making sure... One of the biggest mistakes that people make is just check your work before you post it. You know, check your spelling.
Lol, Ben.
Grammarly saving Ben's life at the moment.
And, you know, do posts. Set them up. They're all free, you know.
Yeah.
Posting's free. Go for it. And one of the beauties about, I think, being an Australian and being a startup is everybody likes to help each other. So if somebody's doing okay, they will help somebody. So don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go, listen, I need help here.
Yeah.
Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
And most people will say yes.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit, like, Ben and I at the start, was a little bit of ego in, like, not wanting to ask for help.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we'll figure it out. And then it's just like, how long have we been doing
Wasted
this for?
so much
You know
time.
what I mean? It's just like, it's just wasted time when you just, like, take the ego death and just go and approach people that have just lived, they're a little bit further down the road than you. And you can just leverage their experience and their mistakes.
Yeah.
And not to say you won't make mistakes, but you'll just make less. And you'll be on a much better path.
Yep. And then know who are business people as well and go, okay, sell my three-course training. You take the first one. Okay, I'll just take the last 2. You take that $1. Because I'm so confident in myself that I know after 3 times with these people, I'll be able... They're going to want to sign up for another 10 or something like that.
Yep.
So, look at what you can offer people as well. So if you don't want to be the type of people that take all the time, then, well, what can I do for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to do in our space is, like, you got to give, you got to show.
Yeah.
You got to nurture your audience.
Exactly.
And it will come around and serve you later.
Field of dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with that, like we talked about the affiliates. We got asked that at the workshop on the weekend, like, how did you create this affiliation? It's like, well, we had value.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had something we could give them.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's an exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is all the stuff, I guess, when you're in the trenches and all of you're thinking about is like, I'm going to create that viral piece of content that sends it, like we talked about Mary before, like that sends me to 80,000 followers and I'll sell out overnight. But it's, the more we've had this conversation today, the actually better I feel of, like, all this time that felt wasted.
Yeah,
There's so many lessons, so much improvement of quality, improvement of message, improvement of all of this. Plus, we've now got access to all of these people that we're spoken to, all this brand exposure, all this whatever. And it's like, oh, Jace, we didn't ruin it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, it's kind of disappointing now because we kind of use it as a really good pitch in our, like, it's like
we've done all the mistakes.
we fucked it up.
We've made it all.
We
We've
fucked
done
it up
it
for
all.
8 years. Well, guess what, guys? We didn't.
We've just nailed it.
Just putting 8 years back into perspective for us.
But I think another really important takeaway from today is, like, the speed of which things move.
Oh, yes.
Like, the average personal training career is 6 months, maybe a year. So, like, we joke all the time that we're dinosaurs in our industry. They're 33. It's like, what are you still doing here? You're welcome again, Jace. But just, like, we went to a... I won't name it, but we went to a 3-day weekend that cost us a fortune, like 2018, and came back with pretty much, honestly, like the strategy we're using now
Right.
is almost what we learned. It's pretty close.
Okay.
But we weren't told if you want $1 million revenue, you're going to have to put 90 grand in the next 12 months. Like, we weren't communicated that. We weren't communicated.
You weren't
like,
given the mathematics.
this is going to take a long time. This is going to take whatever. And we were like, cool, we've got a $5,000 budget. Let's go. And we did it for 4 weeks, and we're like, okay, now we've just broke. Like, and I've spoken to a lot of people that are like, never work with an agency. I tried it and I lost all my money. Blah blah blah. And it's like, what budget did you start with? Probably not enough. And then thinking, even when we create content, we do it. It's like, I'll build a website and then I'll have a full book, or I'll create content 3 times a week for a month and I'll have a full book. And they think that it's just going to come so much quicker than it is.
This. Yeah, it's
where it's so layered there's no predictability. It's so layered. It's so like, I guess like a little bit of predictability. Like you said, it's going to take this amount of time and this is what we can expect. And I think
it's way longer than people think though.
Yeah.
And you've got to have your foundations right. Like as we said before we started, it was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Make sure where people are coming to is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're going to respond, that they're going to know what they're looking at. So it's evaluation before you even, clean your house up before inviting people over.
Yeah.
And also just
boys.
the planning behind it.
We cleaned this house up before you came.
Oh, I can
Suzanne.
see. I love the flowers.
It's like, let's chuck all the shit in the bedrooms
quickly.
Yeah. 3 men in a house for a week.
Yeah.
That's definitely not this clean all the time.
So is this an Airbnb?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my biggest take home, and what I want to pass on to everyone that I speak to on this topic moving forwards is like, patient. Find a way to do your marketing that you like.
Yes.
So then you can be patient and continue to do it. Like, we would do the podcast regardless. We did 122 episodes with no sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was fun.
Yeah, exactly. But the word of mouth is starting to get out there. The response is out there. You're getting more listeners. You're getting more watchers. It's engagement. It's happening.
Yeah.
So continue to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to make sense too.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff made sense. So it's like, oh, cool. Not like we just got bought into hype and excitement
multiple times.
It's like, here's my money, and it's like, oh fuck, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because it didn't actually make sense.
I know the amount of people I've spoken
just get
to is
made
you're
excited.
just going to be another one of them. It's like, no.
Yeah. And we've done cheaper stuff that's quote unquote worked. Like, we got tons of leads from one system that if you're in Melbourne, you know it. And if you saw it, you'd know it.
Yeah. The old copy.
Yeah. And the result was just like, we got a bunch of people thinking that we were a gym.
Right.
And it's like, so it
bought
worked
the wrong system.
ish.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, it wasn't the
for us.
system that we needed. And then we did it another time where, like we said, we went away, we got a pretty good system, but we weren't anywhere near the revenue that we needed to be to actually execute it well and be patient enough to sit on it and go, no, we just, if we had been told this is going to be a $50,000 investment over an extra period of time, we would have gone, okay, we either can do that or we can't.
Yeah,
let's get ourselves into a position to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So really interesting. Really, really interesting. Great chat.
Definitely.
Where do we find all of your things?
evolvemarketing.com.au.
Yep.
So just go into contact or Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yep.
All there.
All the usual suspects.
Yeah. Are there personal trainers on LinkedIn? We've had this discussion.
I would love to know that because you said no, so I took your advice there.
I think we might be wrong.
Not.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all right then.
No, I don't know. You're saying to me that there's not, but
look, I don't know. I don't really know how LinkedIn works.
Look, could somebody get onto these guys?
Someone do a report.
Facebook and just comment and comment after this podcast and say, I'm on LinkedIn. Let's see how many people are on LinkedIn.
I have a LinkedIn, but I don't know. I've never been.
And then
inside
Suzanne will be like, "Told you we needed to be on LinkedIn."
Do it so we get told off, guys.
Oh no! Well, I'm doing a campaign for a golf product, and
awesome. We love golf.
They need testers. Affiliate marketing. Let's go.
And we're definitely going through via LinkedIn because the majority of corporate males and females are golfers. Cool. So there's no reason why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Brilliant.
That was great.
So don't
Okay.
forget, take a screenshot, share it.
Screenshot,
It's
share, tag.
Evolve on
Evolve
Instagram.
Marketing, evolvemarketing.com.au.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome,
Thanks,
guys. Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.